Welcome friends, welcome back to the kitchen, welcome back to Sunday morning and the old cookbook show. Today we're going to do something from a cookbook sent in by a viewer. Thank you very much for sending this to us. It's a little outside of the time frame that we normally deal with. This is undated, but I would say it's probably 1975 or 1976. And it's called Tempting Treats from the Ontario Maple Bushes. Published by the Ontario Maple Syrup Producers Association. And it is one of those cookbooks meant to get you cooking with maple syrup. And it's one of those cookbooks that you would find at the Maple Bush, at the Sugar Shack, in the gift shop, probably also in the gift shop of places like Upper Canada Village or Fort Henry or Fort York, places like that. And pretty much every recipe in here, I can open to almost any page. And maple bread pudding. I want to make that. I want to make that. Maple custard. I want to make maple custard. Maple custard sounds really great. Boiled maple icing sounds fantastic for a cake. Maple baked lamb flank. Ooh, Ontario maple chicken. Pretty much every recipe in here. There's even one for frankfurters. Can I find that? Maple glazed frankfurters. You take a pound of wieners and then you combine it with maple syrup and soy sauce, and then you roast them all together. Sounds really kind of intriguing, something I might enjoy. But today, we're going to do maple breakfast cake, because any official document that says cake is for breakfast, that's something I want to eat. So we're going to start out in this bowl with some pastry flour, and if you live in the United States, cake flour would be the equivalent. And whole wheat flour, that's what makes this for breakfast. It's the whole wheat flour for sure. Then baking powder, salt, cinnamon, and some nutmeg. Now, this is one of those cakes that seems to be super simple to put together. That's all of the dry ingredients, so I'll just give that a little bit of a mix, bring it together. And now we deal with the wet ingredients. And so that's 2/3 of a cup of maple syrup. Okay. Yeah, 2/3 of a cup seems like an awful lot, doesn't it? But I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. So then I also need 2/3 of a cup of milk. And these are Canadian cups, of course, slightly different than American cups. So that brings us to that point. And then an egg. So in goes the egg. And then the tiniest little bit of melted butter. Not much butter at all. And give that a whisk. Now, I just dump the liquid into the dry and combine them. So, add to dry ingredients. I'm just going to pour it all in, see what happens. We'll mix this up. And maybe the whisk might be the better option, but we'll see. No, that came together really nicely. So, I have a 9-inch cake pan that is greased and has a parchment disc in the bottom. So, here we go. Batter in. There we go. Now, it says to top with cinnamon and maple sugar. So, sprinkle some cinnamon on top. That was maybe a little bit more than a tablespoon of cinnamon. And this is our homemade maple sugar. That's our homemade maple syrup too. So if you're new to the channel, take a look back on the channel and you'll see us making maple syrup in our backyard. And you'll also see me making maple sugar here in the kitchen. Every time I open this jug, it's just incredible. So, a little bit of maple sugar on top. Doesn't say how much. I'm going to go a couple of spoonfuls. and into the oven.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey, Jules.
Hey, friends. Oh, hello, chicken.
Chicken. I think we need a fork.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I got so excited because chicken was hanging out underneath the counter that...
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's a good-looking cake, Glenn.
So,
What is on top? Like graham cracker?
No, that's maple
Oh,
sugar.
ho, ho.
Maple sugar.
That
This
sounds like a win.
a maple breakfast cake. So right there, it's for breakfast. It's a breakfast cake because it's got whole wheat flour in it. That makes it healthy.
That makes it healthy.
Hey, chicken.
Okay.
Okay, dive in.
I wasn't sure if it was time.
It seems like a very light cake, doesn't it?
It's got lots of, it's got lots of aeration, lots of bubbles. It's not the right word, but...
Got a very spice cake flavor. Other than
I kind of thought it would be more maple flavor.
more mapley, I think maybe it said to sprinkle cinnamon on top. I might have put too much cinnamon on top, and it's dulling the flavor of. Other than that, it's a great cake. I can see
I'll just
how.
have some without the top then. See how that flavors. Yeah, I know it's a good spice cake.
Yeah, and it was so easy to make. I mean, it really was just dump everything into a jug and stir it. It's a breakfast cake, but I would move this into emergency cake territory.
Like the kind that you've got. Oh my goodness!
Some
people
people
are coming.
Yeah.
If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake, kind of thing.
Some people roll up on your doorstep. What am I going to give them with coffee or tea?
Quick, turn the oven on.
Turn the oven on. 15 minutes. This is in the oven. By the time you get everybody settled, the cake is out and you're ready to go.
Wow, wouldn't you be impressive?
Mind you, you would have to have maple syrup and maple sugar, but take out the maple syrup and use sorghum. Take out the maple syrup and
It is
use...
just a liquid sugar.
Yeah, just use any other
syrup
liquid sugar. I don't know if honey would work. It probably would work.
It might be a little thick.
Yeah, no, but I think it would. I think it would work. Give it a shot. Let us know. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.